Hi, I'm Jenny Liu. In this video, we're going over 4 simple yoga stretches that can help to alleviate plantar fasciitis, which is one of the most common causes for heel pain. Plantar fasciitis is an inflammation of the thick band of tissue that connects the heel bone to the toes on the soles of the feet. If you are under a doctor's care, these exercises can be complementary to your main treatment in order to speed up the healing process. So always remember to listen to your body. You can breathe through the discomfort, the soreness, but back off a little bit when there's pain. Let's get started. We're first going to go over 2 standing exercises that can help us to stretch the soles of the feet, the Achilles tendons, and then also your calves. So the first exercise, we're going to go from heel lifts, heel raises, down to a chair pose, which is really good because we have that angle. We can sit back down a little bit. We are going to start with the feet about hip width apart. When you go down, sinking the hips down to chair pose, you just want to make sure your knees are still tracking forward towards the toes, right? Center the kneecaps, facing the second toes. And then when you sit down a little bit more, your knees are just going to land right on top of the toes to protect the knees, so we don't push the knees past the toes. It's a little bit more straining for the knees. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side, a little bit easier for you to see. So when you breathe in, you're going to slowly rise up on your toes, so all 10 toes working, and then reach your arms back. This is an inhale. When you exhale, we're going to slowly sink back. Now we get to stretch. Okay, so as you sit back, your knees are in the correct position. You're sitting back, reaching back with the sit bones, bending at your hip crease, and then keeping the back straight. We're just going to keep the arms right here. So taking your time, breathing in, stretching yourself up, lift. So strengthen the ankles, the Achilles and the calf muscle, and then slowly sitting back down into chair pose. So you can already feel the stretch. Always listen to your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so take a couple more reps. Once you're here, inhale. You can always challenge yourself to see if you can stand a little bit longer. And then even on the back, as you sit, you're sitting down, your back is going to be straight, shoulders relax, and then stretching out your ankles, your calves, and then the soles of your feet. Okay, so you always want to make sure you're making a difference when you're practicing. So do this 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, and just feel it out to see how your body, your calves are getting stronger. Okay, so taking your time. Great. Sinking back one more. And then just stretch. So squeeze your leg muscle, your calves, your thighs, your glutes, getting yourself back up. So the second pose we're going to go over is a version of crescent lunge. So for crescent lunge, we're going to step 1 foot forward. So I have my left foot on the front. Your right foot is going to be about maybe double hip width apart on the back. The thing is that you do want both toes, right? Both feet, toes pointing forward. So unlike when we practice warrior 1, the back foot is at an angle. You do want to make sure both of these feet, they are facing forward, toes pointing forward. You can lift the back heel up and then just press down. You don't have to touch all the way. We're going to reach the heel up, and then when we bend the knee, we'll slowly kind of inch the back heel closer to the floor. So depending on how tight you feel on the back ankle and then the sole of your foot, you do the best you can. So with this one, I always like to change it up a little bit. So when you breathe in, your arms are going to float up. When you breathe out, you can let your arms release down. So also helping us to improve, right, the lung capacity. Breathing in, breathing out. And of course, right, 2 things. If you feel like balance is a challenge, always have something in front of you that's stable, like a wall, a piece of furniture. Or if you're like, I'm not really getting enough stretch, you hop the back foot further. You just want to make sure the front leg is supported. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. So do it intentionally from your core. Inhale on your way up, stretching. Exhale on your way down. Breathing in, breathing out. One more on the side. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so you can shift your weight forward, putting the hands on your hip joints. Do a little light hop, coming back to the front. So in yoga, we always like to practice both sides. So even though the other foot is not affected, we're just gonna do that to prevent it from happening. And also it's really good for our ankles, the calf area anyway. So switch over. Same thing, make sure your knees are protected. So center the kneecap, lines up with the second toes, and then back foot. You can lift the heel up and do this a few times. So lift up, so stretching the leg up, and then you're gonna put the hips down, right? So hips up, hips down. Then you can wedge the back foot further if you are not getting enough stretch. So breathing in, arms float up, breathing out like a giant bird flying. Inhale, exhale. So as you practice putting your mind in your core, breathing in, breathing out, feel your leg muscle working, your heel, and also just really keep feeling, right? I can feel my thigh muscle working too. So every single part of the body is always connected. It is never just one part, right? Everything is connected. So making sure you are stretching the leg, and then you are also putting your mind in your core, keeping your upper body light and supported. Inhale, exhale. Taking your time, hands on the hips, shift the weight forward, and then little light hop going forward. So once you're up, you probably feel your body a little bit more, your lower body. So take soft fist, tapping out the hip joints. If you feel your thigh muscle, you can tap, cupping the hands, tapping out any soreness. And also on this channel, under the playlist for yoga, I also have a video on 5 simple ankle exercises to support stability and strength. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more exercises on the floor. We're gonna go over 2 more exercises on the floor. So the first one we're gonna go over is actually a kneeling posture. So if you know kneeling is not good for you, you can do a couple of things. You can do ankle exercise in the air. And if you need, you can hold on to the side. This will also practice your balance. Or you can try just ankle rotations with your foot supported on the ground. Okay, so keep going with that for a little bit while we are practicing this kneeling posture. Okay, so you're gonna take your time. For those of you that you are able to kneel down on the floor, this one we're just gonna make a little stool for ourselves with the toes tucked. You're kind of sitting, right? So my knees are together, and you're just gonna have your back straight, little drop in the tailbone, and then if you want, you can maybe even kind of like go up and down a little bit just to make sure you're okay. If you need, you can put towel or blanket under your knees for support. This is called toe pose or screaming toe pose, right? It's a quite intense stretch, but it is so good. It stretches the soles of the feet, plantar fascia, and it gets the tendons. And then in each of our feet, we have 6 meridian channels flowing through. That's related to our internal organs. So just you can go here, take a breath, inhale, roll the shoulders up and back, and exhale. Yeah, just breathing out and then sending healing energy for your toes, your feet, your ankles. Okay, all right, so the next pose will be easier. So if you were standing, you can come and join us. You're gonna come into like a nice tabletop posture, and we're gonna stretch out one leg at a time. So if you want, take your effective foot in the back first. The leg that's supporting you, 90 degrees, toes tucked, and then the back foot, it's extended, the leg is extended, and we're just going to go forward and back a few times. So breathing in, pushing the heel forward, breathing out, you're just going to sink that heel back. So as much as your heel lets you, your foot lets you, you're just going to sink back, push back. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. So still feel your body. You're pushing the floor away with your hands, your arms, supporting your body from your core. Right, do that a few times, and let's switch side. So to the other side, and with toes tucked, breathing in, breathing out. So do it deliberately, mindfully, intentionally, and also where your mind goes, energy flows. So sending healing energy for your foot, your ankle, the soles of your feet. They work so hard. They take us everywhere, every day. Okay, so sending deep appreciation. Thank you, my healthy feet. Thank you, my healing feet. Very good. And taking your time. So practice these 4 exercises whenever it's available to you. You're standing, you're on the floor, even if you're on the chair. So really, if there's pain and soreness, there's lack of energy circulation, there's a blockage, stagnation. So when we're moving, you are allowing energy to flow more freely. So thus you're gonna feel better. Okay, and if you like learning like this, learning different ways to make the body stronger, healthier, and also different ways to self-heal our body naturally, please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell next to it. That way you get notified the next time I come out with a new video. I can't wait to see you next time.